Okay, still 1 or 2 minutes we have, but from 3 chapter we will start because there are some people inside of the live, YouTube live, and then we have to start from 3 chapter as I promised. And they start from true words spoken by people.
Okay.
If you don't have, please have it. Yes.
Does anybody else need one? Do you need one?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, some people might come, but we will start. Sorry. Let's start from true words spoken by Buddha. Are you ready?
I'll be honest.
First.
The book and open for
Hello. Okay. Yeah, we are having. Thank you. Okay, let's start from true words spoken by Buddha. The true words spoken by Buddha, you who all come. They are used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy. And the Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appear the 7 colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and their appearance Buddhaland. Buddhaland is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom, the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you are the boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of life. Each of you sails down as a small boat. So you need a boatman. If it is not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock, and you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down the rapid stream, you need to pant in the stream. then you can change your course. The true words mean the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and the Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days. Or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now here listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your past have already gone by. Yes, your mistakes will be kept in your mind. That is the reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other, and it's time to forgive each other. This is eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will shed light to the future, to invite sad people to Buddha. Now here I command, there shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world, utopia, shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believe in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas, believing that the light has reality, believing that the love has reality, believing that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we bow to do so. Okay, hello everybody. Thank you. Yes, today's one title is the Noble Eightfold Path Seminar. But just introduction. Today's one is just introduction. Because if you want to practice this one, Eightfold Path, it will take at least 3 days or 4 days or even 1 week. So, but to activate your divine nature within, you need practice this one. Okay, I will be talking about the secret of mind, the how to activate it, so that you can become very strong one who cannot wavered by anything. In any situation, you can have a strong conviction. I can overcome it. Okay, because through the Eightfold Path, you can have the recognition. I am one with God. It's not knowledge. That is the fact. Yes, this is the same as faith. Through Eightfold Path, you can understand what is the real meaning of faith. This is the biggest benefit of Eightfold Path. Okay, let's study together. Yes, thank you for joining. So, Then, first of all, why? Why is the self-reflection necessary? Yes, I already told you the conclusion, but again, from Masaru Hokawa, you can listen to it. Please listen carefully, because his words is very easy to listen, but very profound. Sorry. Ah, sorry. Because of this.
Become more widespread. At any rate, people who don't believe in the spiritual world don't really understand the meaning of self-reflection. They consider self-reflection at a moral level, like when a school teacher gets angry and tells you to reflect on how it was wrong not to. Today, I chose in particular the topic of why self-reflection is important. I'd like this one point at least to become more widespread. At any rate, people who don't believe in the spiritual world don't really understand the meaning of self-reflection. They consider self-reflection at a moral level, like when a school teacher gets angry and tells you to reflect on how it was wrong not to help tidy up the classroom or to forget your homework. It doesn't happen to you once you are grown up, does it? People wonder what on earth you are talking about when you speak on self-reflection as an adult. So I think that usually the term self-reflection is used at a moral level to children, particularly up until elementary and junior high school. However, what I want to teach is that in reality, self-reflection actually has a more substantial power. Humans are spiritual beings. Humans have a physical body, but are spiritual beings. You can be said to have discovered your true self when you can live in your physical body whilst also being able to see how your spiritual self leads its daily life within that physical body. Thus, the real path of Buddhism is to seek your spiritual self, to keep on seeking your spiritual true self. Self-reflection is the path on which you seek your spiritual self. When we live in this world, we get covered with the stench of this world, by the dust and grime of secular people. We get covered in such things when we live in this world. We have to wipe it off through self-reflection. It's very important for your life to wipe away the grime to reveal your true self at all times, as the Tathagata or Bodhisattva in the real world. If you grasp the teaching of self-reflection properly, it will be your greatest weapon to enter heaven. It is simple, but it is your greatest weapon.
Okay, this is a fundamental teaching. Because we become very happiness, because we become very miserable. Because you recognize this body and the reaction of the body is your real self. That is almost 99% people recognize this way of thinking, right? And my height is 1 meter and 60 centimeters or something like that. And my weight and my nose, my eye, something like that. Okay. So whatever you saw, you touch, you can taste, that is real. Then I can love forgiveness, courage, faith, those are just a thought. It's not reality. That is the common people, ordinary people thinks. But this is a real cause of troubles, real cause of bad way of thinking. Because reality is here, okay? Here is a body. Human beings are made up of body and soul, both. But your real self is soul. Can you recognize like this yourself? Okay? So these bodily senses are like vehicle, car. This is a very fundamental, basic idea of happy science. But knowledge level, you can accept it. But from the bottom of your heart, if you can recognize this way of thinking, soul is me, then you can overcome anything. But almost all people, even if you have such kind of knowledge, but governed by this idea, still, yes, I'm from this country, and my language, main language is this, and also my hair color, skin color is that, and also my parents, and my height is, my weight is, okay, and comparing with others, those standards. But as long as you have such kind of way of thinking, maybe you can live in this world very comfortably, but you cannot become enlightened. This is the conclusion. That's why Eightfold Path is necessary. This is a way, as he said, as Master said, this is a way to recognize yourself as a soul. So let's learn together. Then another fact, why we need to recognize I am spirit. Because soul is a lower level manifestation of primordial Buddha. I mean, fundamental God. This is a fundamental fact we need to recognize. Not only I am a spirit. Okay, next page. Next page.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
but just watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Primordial Buddha in the dimension far above. You are a part of Buddha's consciousness and self-expression. If you practice the self-reflection profoundly, deeply, you can recognize this fact. But this is a kind of the enlightenment Bodhisattva can get. Okay, so it is, they said it is difficult. But Master Okawa says, in this life, especially today, God, Lord Alcantara, Buddha has already descended to this earth. This is a great chance to get this kind of enlightenment. I am a part of Buddha, part of God. Not only I am spirit. Then, even if you have such kind of, it's not a good idea, but lower level enlightenment, that is, I am a spirit. But at that time, you can get a real conviction. But at the same time, if you realize I am a part of God, part of Buddha, then you can make anyone happier, right? Because you realize I am part of God. You can create anything, like same power as God has. That is the power of creation. That's why if you realize this in the real meaning, from the bottom of your heart, if your recognition becomes like this, I am a part of God, part of Buddha, No one can against you. And then everyone can be impressed by you. You are love. That is a state of mind of bodhisattva. And then you can make others happier. Alright? So this is also second goal, to practice self-reflection. But you need the fundamental innovation, self-innovation. First step is you need to realize I am a spirit, spiritual sense. The second step, you need to realize I am a part of God, part of Buddha. So, okay, let's see another one. The one of Master's lecture. I think it is good idea to wait for time, maybe. One or two people will come in. Please wait for a while. Just 1 minute, I think. Okay, welcome. Then, let's see Master's lecture regarding this point.
You yourselves are the very light that split off from God and Buddha, just as I wrote in my books. Some have more light and some have less. Some are called great guiding spirits of light, or great angels with a major mission. Yes, that's true. Not everyone is such a being, but at the least, you all have a soul dwelling within, which is a miracle. Some people say that humans live as machines in physical bodies, fulfill their mission, and disappear in several dozen years, which might be the usual common thinking. But in fact, thank goodness, there's something called the soul dwelling within us. The soul has memories of the many lives you lived in the past. Your past lives are all connected to your soul. This is a great miracle. Your soul is the real you, and it lives in the heavenly world called the real world. Life in this world of 30,000 days or so is a life to a human experience for your soul. You were born into this world to go to school for your soul. Please know this. You might have setbacks and sufferings, illnesses, bankruptcy in your business, failure in human relations, and other things. And you can't experience such things if you stay in your parts of the heavenly world, a world where you're surrounded by people with similar level of enlightenment as yours. You can experience them in this world. You will eventually realize that what had appeared to you like sadness or suffering were just tools to refine your soul. You will also be able to progress and heighten your enlightenment even higher than you expected.
Thank you very much. So he clearly said this is a fundamental shift in values. Okay, so everybody thinks that this is my body. Even the believers of happy science, knowledge level, they can understand what he says. But actual level, how was it? Can you recognize that? Sometimes, maybe sometimes, when you practice meditation. But how about the usual? In the another lecture he made, that is titled like release your spiritual power. Then he said, if you recognize within 24 hours, and then half of the time means that more than 12 hours. If you recognize, I am spirit. Whenever, like have lunch and working in office, whenever you can recognize that I am spirit, I am part of God. So you can create more value than you created. More value means, he said, 10 times, 100 times, or even 1,000 times And then there is no such things like my sufferings and my setbacks at that time. Because at that time, your problem becomes not your suffering. Your problem becomes like a problems of humankind, problems of society, problems of your nation. So that's why you need this fundamental shift in values from worldly ideas to heavenly, divine ideas. So this is a practice, only practice. Eightfold Path is the only practice, only way to achieve that goal. Okay, then all right. This is your soul. Everybody has been connected, everybody is connected to divine, fundamental God. Everybody, even if you are materialist, atheist, this is a fact. But this is a problem. Surface consciousness. You are always thinking, acting, speaking something. Then, if you like thinking, acting, and talking about very materialistic things only, that becomes like your karma, way of thinking, habit. Then those habits can give the that spot on the salt belt. There is salt belt. This is a kind of the filter. What do you choose? Whatever you choose, through this filter, going to your inner self. Then, if you think only your benefit, those way of thinking achieved only fourth dimension, means just a thought. But if you think good always, you can achieve the fifth level. But if you think like very spiritually always, then you can achieve sixth level. Then, if you think of others always, you can achieve the seventh level. Then this power, seventh dimensional world power, start activating. But if you only think of your benefit, only fourth level can activate. Means fourth dimensional world is including hell. Yeah, they can recognize they still have bodily senses like that. And then some people can recognize their spirit bad. They cannot distinguish good from bad. This is a fourth level. The fifth level, they can recognize, they can distinguish good from bad. But they cannot recognize their spirit. Still materialistic. From sixth dimensional world, upper level of sixth dimensional world, they can recognize I am a spirit. But still, they are under the training, which is good, which is bad. So then the level will determine always what you are thinking, what you are talking, what you are acting, what kind of livelihood you have always. Those things will determine which level power can be activated. All right? That's why you need self-reflection. So going to next. Yeah, if you don't understand, please raise your hand and ask me. Okay?
Yeah, the subconscious.
Subconscious, yes.
Is that 4 till 7?
4 to 9.
The
10.
subconscious.
Yeah, 11, even the 20.
Oh, the subconscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's up to you which level already activated.
Right.
normal people only fourth level, thinking of food, money,
Yeah,
title.
like surface.
Good question.
Yes.
You know our soul siblings in heavenly world,
Mm-hmm.
do they generally reside in the same dimension or can they be split over?
In this one.
No, soul siblings in heavenly world.
Soul sibling. Yeah.
So are they generally residing in the same dimension?
Same dimension. Yes, as you. Same as you. Then if that is a very, very terrible fact, even if they were in the heaven and come to this world, you are representative of the soul. Then if you become very materialistic and don't believe in God and don't believe in the spirit, even your guardian spirit become very materialistic.
Yeah, so that means it's one of one.
Yeah, like that.
So it is one of one.
One to one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then already consists of the 6 siblings. Okay.
Of one.
Yes, of one.
Yeah.
Yes,
one
you are
soul.
here.
One
Yes.
soul.
Yeah.
One soul. They're connected to each other. That's why, like, what you are thinking, telling, and acting influence to those other soul siblings.
Yeah.
And then become materialistic. Then, if you have a very hellish idea, it's okay. What is wrong to kill others like that? Then they becomes very hellish and then going to that. Okay, so that's why very careful. What you are thinking
They think.
influence their thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
Influences that.
Their recognition. That is a system. It's okay. Yes.
So the subconscious is actually guidance angel, guidance spirit. So
Yes. Okay. And as Master said, you are here in this one. This sun is here. Okay. This one. But others, palm and those things are in the heaven. Then one of them has to become the guardian angels to guard you. Guardian angels.
not your subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind, yes.
Yeah.
Your subconscious mind. But if you have a specific mission, then the very higher level, the spirit can guide you. Alright. But only when you awaken to the truth and have a specific mission. Okay. Sorry, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. I was just thinking about my question.
Oh, okay.
Meant was like we're here. Let's
Mhm.
imagine and somebody's guy, one of their soul siblings is in the 5th dimension,
Mm-hmm.
but the other 4,
Right.
will they generally all be in the 5th dimension, or can one of them be in the 6th and most in the 5?
Sometimes, but basically same level. Basically, but sometimes, if your level is like a 7th or 8th level, and then maybe you are part of the 9th level, because the 9th dimensional world, the spirit is not the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that countable. 9th level can separate even the 10,000, the millions, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, then become small light. That means they become even the 9th level spirit becomes going down to 7th level. That's what happened. For example, nowadays, and by Masaru Hokawa, reincarnation of the Jesus Christ revealed. And sometimes he became a bodhisattva. Like I forgot the name. Very famous novelist in England. Oscar Wilde. Like
Oscar
that.
Wilde.
Yeah. Like, and also, and some like a small revolutionaries, like.
Oh, so they go where the spirit's required. They follow.
Yeah, like that. That is sometimes happen, but
Yeah.
averagely, if you come from like a 5th level, and the other siblings are also in 5th level, that's the average, general. Okay. Is that okay?
Mhm.
Then, soul is connected to the infinite world through its core mind. Then, yes, but you cannot activate because of lack of training. Alright? That's why you need training to polish your soul, refine your mind. Individual souls exist separately, but mind acts like a rope or tube that connects to the infinite world. This is a possibility. But if you don't train yourself very well, you cannot reach this level. Okay? And if you have like a fifth level way of thinking or behavior, you can reach fifth level of way of thinking and activate your power as fifth dimension, like that. Then, while human soul coexists with the physical body in the three-dimensional world, the mind is connected to the different levels of the spirit world. Yes, in this world, there are many people, and also they have their own idea. One has one's own idea, but you have paper there. And then, yes, but every individual person connected each other, influence each other. So, but one has the power of seventh dimensional world, like Bodhisattva.
Yeah.
Another has only the idea of fifth dimensional world, like this.
Okay. Right. So I'm aware that's where there's the flesh of
Yes,
me,
yeah.
the body, and then there's the spiritual inner being.
Yes,
all
yeah.
of me.
Mm.
So, but I can tap into that.
You can?
I can tap into that.
That's why
When I'm doing
Yeah, that's
self-reflection,
why. Yes.
When I'm doing
Yes.
the prayers, because
Yeah.
I relate to
Yes,
that inner
yes.
being.
That's why Master Okawa, Shakyamuni Buddha, has granted us eightfold path
Right. Okay.
to tap into the
Yeah,
your
exactly.
divine nature within.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that's why we need to explore the right mind. Like this way. We are connected to each other like this. Actually. And multi-dimensional world. But they don't realize.
Yeah.
Like, you know, bamboo shot.
Huh?
Bamboo shoot.
Oh right, yeah, bamboo shoot. Yeah, all the ridges around
Yes,
the
yes.
bamboo shoot.
Bamboo shoot is like this.
Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah.
the independent,
Yeah.
but actually
Okay.
connected.
Yeah.
The brothers and sisters.
Mhm.
This is the same as the spirit.
Right.
Then this is the third recognition we need to have. Okay, again, for the grain. Okay, first recognition we should have is I am a spirit. Second recognition is I am a part of God, part of Buddha, fundamental God. Okay, the third recognition we should have through the self-reflection is here.
Yeah.
We are connected to each other. This is the real meaning of love. So if you realize this fact, you can accept no hatred, no anger at all.
What was the second one?
Second one, I am a part of God.
The natural one.
Mhm. Then if you have those three kinds of recognition, you can become at least Arahat. You know, Arahat is the level, the sixth higher sixth dimensional world. Power of higher sixth dimensional world. Leader who can influence other people, who can make others people, who can make others happier. Again, then what is self-reflection? Very, very fundamental question, right? So we always make mistakes.
Yeah.
Maybe twice or three times a day.
Yeah.
And then also lose your control of your mind.
Okay.
Get angry and become emotional and attack others. That happens always.
Okay.
Always. And no exception. Okay. I don't admit I already
No
graduated like that. But, okay. The fundamental, like that.
Master of all.
If you notice that you have had others and you think about their feelings, this is a remark. Even if you are you think others very badly and attack others in your mind, even in your mind, you feel at such kind of time attack others or accuse others or doing bad things, but no one watch it like that. Then, but you feel guilty,
Yeah.
right? And feels very bad,
Yeah.
and then try to make excuse why you did that, like that in
Yeah.
your mind, even if no one listens to that.
Yeah.
Eh?
Like,
Because his behavior is wrong. That's why I just gave him like a notice or something like that. Justify. And then because you have a guilty, that's why I try to justify that.
Yeah.
And then but if you notice that you are hurt others and you think about their feelings, it is only natural that you will feel sorry and regret what you have said or done. This is sense of regret is the starting point of the self-reflection. Whenever you feel something wrong in your mind, oh, I feel very badly, then many people, or maybe 99% of people, once thinks because he's bad, because my circumstance is not good, that's why I did this, and I got angry or I did wrong things like that. There is no choice, no option like that. But why humankind commit mistakes? This is a very fundamental question, right? That's why even the Jewish people and the Christianity, Islam, talked about original sin, right? But it doesn't make sense. Why we have to owe the mistakes done by our ancestors, right?
Yeah.
Then Master Okawa, Lord Elkantara, give us a correct answer for that. Why humankind makes mistakes?
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. I think this is a very revolutionary idea for humankind and good news because human beings are given the perfect freedom from Buddha, from God. This is the answer. Creator gives you the freedom. Through the trial and error, you can develop. Yes, imagine. Suppose you don't have any free will, and then only what government order you can do. That is a totalitarianism.
Yeah.
Okay. If you live in such kind of world, you can feel happy? No, because real happiness is a sense. Yes, sense to be closer to God, and only through trial and error, you can develop. Sometimes you can get success, right? You can get failure, but through the success, you can expand your ability of gratitude, right? And then also, even through the failure, you can get wisdom. This kind of wisdom and a mind of gratitude can grow, make you grow. Okay, and then through perfect freedom, we can develop. This is a perfect system. Okay, so we have to wait 1 minute so that she or he, who's coming, I don't know, can join. Sorry, wait a moment, people in the internet. We are waiting for another person who will come here. Thank you for waiting. I don't know who is coming, but
Father Christmas.
yeah, maybe we have to think of that. Yeah. How, yeah, many people have like a reason why
Why what?
why they are delayed. They have been delayed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Yeah, because it's not easy journey to
Yeah.
going up and down.
yeah,
up and
and
down.
then so you carry on the law. Like
Yeah.
this. But anyway, we have to avoid this situation.
Yeah.
I will be thinking of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Then who come?
Raven. I see there's tons of stuff.
Okay, sure. Let's go. So then, if you practice self-reflection properly, that's why you don't need to feel guilty at all. Okay, just a correction for your development to be closer to God. Then after reflection, what happened? If you feel refreshed as if you have taken a shower, that is your reflection is successful. But if you feel the guilty or negative mindset or attacking yourself, I am a bad girl, then that is not successful. That is not a reflection. The self-reflection doesn't mean punishment. Self-reflection means correct your way of thinking and then to be closer to God. That is the real meaning of self-reflection. Please remember. That's why if you practice self-reflection properly, correctly, you feel refreshed as if you have taken a shower like this. Okay. And then after reflection, if you see the mirror, you can see your smile. If you cannot smile after reflection, that is not successful. Okay, please remember. Yes, that is wrong. So then I will show you next one. Master's lecture.
しかし、私は繰り返しお話をしておるけれども、反省ということは決して人間罪のことを言うことを認めよと言っておることではないんであります。常に自らを顧みるときに、自らの心の中にダイヤモンドの原石のごとく光に輝いている本質というものは決して忘れてはならぬのであります。これが私が今回説いておる反省の方法の特色の一つであります。完全に自らの悪ということを取り除くということだけをやっておるのではない。人間罪の子を言っておるのではない。単に間違いを正せとだけ言っておるのではない。その奥に素晴らしい自分があるということを忘れるな。中心部分に混合石の部分があることを忘れるな。その部分は呼吸霊と一体の部分であり、神仏とつながっておるパイプの部分である。黄金のパイプの部分である。これが自分の中にあることを忘れるな。そういう自分のあり方というものを一旦知った上で、このパイプの周りに作っておる曇りを取り除いていくべきである。こういうことを言っておるんですね。
Okay, yes. This is a declaration given by Buddha, Master Hokawa. This declaration can change the history of humankind because they got two of third humankind influenced by Old Testament, like Jewish people, Christian, and Islam people thinks we are sinners, we are prisoners. That's why we have suffering setbacks in this world. This is a punishment by God. But if you think of that, what he said, we are not sinners, we are not prisoners. We are child of Buddha, part of Buddha. If you accept this idea, the suffering setbacks becomes a homework given by God. And then you can overcome it, right? So this is a good news. That's why we are telling that to as many as possible. Then, but at the same time, we need cleanse. We need cleanse your mind to restore in its innate brilliance. Right? Restore is the keyword. Through the reincarnation, we got many wisdom, but at the same time, we got dust, grime, like that, right? So we need to remove so that you can restore your original mindset given by God. Originally, I don't know when, but billions of years ago, millions of years ago, I don't know when you created in this universe, you are created by love of God, love of Buddha. This is a fundamental fact. That's why we can say faith is admitting the fact we are loved by God. So why is self-reflection necessary? Because that reminds you, I have a brilliant soul through defining your soul. Then, like this, you can become fine. And they always smile. This is a difference between the people in the heaven and people in the hell. People in the heaven always smile. Always smile. But people in the hell always like bitter facial expression there. Miserable. And miserable facial expression, like anger, hatred, something like that. So, you can remove dirt and spots on your mind to make it shine through the self-reflection. And finally, you can overcome your pain and sorrow and become one with your guardian spirits. Guardian spirits always know how you should deal with that matter. But you don't know answer. They are like a teacher or parents. Even if they are same level as I told you, but in the heaven, their recognition becomes 10 times more than you, as much as 10 times as you have. Their recognition becomes, because they have no bodily senses. That's why they have no attachment. So their recognition or their power becomes as 10 times as much you have. Then they can guide you if you become transparent. That connect to and reach your guardian spirits. Like this. Whenever after self-reflection, you can listen to the answer from heaven. Means not only guardian spirits. Yes, whenever you did the self-reflection, that influence also your guardian spirit. As I told you, your guardian spirit the same level as you. But if you reflect, at the same time, the guardian spirits also can reflect and refine their mind because they are one. Then they can contact with the guiding spirits because of same wavelength attraction, right? Other spiritual beings, higher spirits. This is a mystical power. Sometimes, if you refresh your mind and are powerful, energetic, then suddenly you speak out what you cannot imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my words. Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I cannot imagine that.
Yeah.
Who speaks to me?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's happening after reflection.
Yeah.
That's why religious people like me, professional, should not neglect or should not be lazy to do self-reflection.
Right.
Every day, anytime, he or she needs to do reflection. Otherwise, the connection between the professional and another world disconnected like internet. Okay,
Yeah.
that's happening in this temple.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Like that. Yeah, because of the laziness.
Yeah.
That's happening. So, then, what is Buddha nature? Many things. Brilliance, all brilliances like love, compassion, goodwill, kindness, da, 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 da. Okay. So, but literally, you can understand these things. Then, now we will do small contemplation. The one of stuff in Happy Science International Division, we will read these things like what is goodness, what is the Buddha nature. Okay, so just accept what she said, and at the same time imagine like if she said love, imagine what is love, and then if she said like courage, imagine courage. Okay, so and then test it, the vibration, the words of good words, good words. Test the good words one by one. Okay, please prepare and relax yourself. Put your hands on your lap, please, facing upwards. And one notice, the straighten your back. Straighten your back. Okay, and then close your eyes. So start deeply from the bottom of your abdomen, not just your belly, from your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose and breathe out slowly through your mouth. Breathe in again and breathe out slowly. Please repeat this way several times. Okay, let's start contemplation on the words from God.
Faith, prayer, love, mercy, compassion, kind heart,
Empathy. Wish to attain enlightenment. A heart with no attachment. Remorse, the spirit of rejecting evil. Courage, justice. Wisdom, thoughtfulness. Honesty. Effort, diligence. Aspiration, progress. Patience, unshakable mind. A peaceful mind. A heart that blesses others. Gratitude. cheerfulness, brightness, hope. Affluence, tolerance, open-mindedness.
Please in the contemplation. Those are belongings given by God. Even if you don't seek like personal belongings like a money, title, fame, something like that, you already have been given, have been granted those things very, very much, right? A lot of belongings you already have. Why we need to chase other materialistic things? So again, those are yours, given by God. Through the reflection, you realize that. This is the meaning you realize the Buddha nature. You already have been given, have been granted those things. Why you need to chase other like materialistic things? As Master said, if you obey the laws of prosperity, money, title, and fame, those are chasing you. Like policeman or policewoman. They are chasing you, money, title, something like that. But don't forget, these are already given to you, inside of you. Then if you polish your soul through the self-reflection, those are yours. Or you realize you already have those things, everything. If you see the dictionary, there are many beautiful words. Those are yours. You realize. Okay, so then let's come next. Don't forget, those are yours, given by God. Sometimes I'm a poor girl, like that. But you are not poor. No one is poor. Just they don't realize how much you are abundant, affluent, prosperous. This is the first point we need to remember through the self-reflection.
To accept.
Yes. Why self-reflection necessary? To clearance your mind, to restore its innate brilliance. So you realize, I am rich. I am wealthy already. Because I have been given those things affluently. This is a benefit you can get through the reflection. Because you change your perspective. Then second point. There are many negative influences in this world. Then you forget about those things that I have like a lot like that. Then protect yourself from spiritual position. This happens sometimes. Even if you have a good mindset, but there are many like evil spirits, and then through the work or relationship with others, they are coming to you. Then through the self-reflection, even if once they possess you, but you can kick them out through the self-reflection like this. Okay. So self-reflection is an effective method to return to heaven after death. Because through the self-reflection, you can attune your mindset. Because after death, you are going back to the same vibration you have had. And also, evil spirits can no longer possess you when your mind is defined. So that's why self-reflection is necessary. Very simple. Okay. Listen to the master's lecture again, please.
If something negative is possessing you, you must first remove it. Otherwise, your guardian spirit cannot contact you. People under negative spiritual influences will find it impossible to enter a local temple of our institute, even if they are invited. A relative might become involved in an accident, or a family member may stop them. Or they may approach the building only to do a U-turn and return home. This happens because a stray spirit prevents them entering a building of happy sights. The spirit knows if they become a believer, all the mischief it has done may be revealed, and it will no longer be able to possess them. If a person receives the Gohonzon and sets up an altar in a house, the spirit feels as if they were under constant scrutiny. As the person recites our basic sutra, the Dharma of the right mind, the spirit will think, if this man intends to do this forever, I think our relationship has lasted long enough. In this sense, a regular practice of spiritual discipline is very important. It's no good just practicing occasionally. As the person recites the Dharma before the altar every day, practices self-reflection and praise, a light will begin to shine until, eventually, the spirit will be forced to leave.
Thank you very much. This is terrible, but very few people realize this part because they don't have like a spiritual sense. This is a spiritual possession, like this. Yeah, but parasite, yes. And then actually the evil spirits very resemble you. Yes, because they have the same wavelength with you. That's why they possess you. They can possess you.
If you allow them.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then that's why this person resemble the evil spirits.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a rule. Then be careful. Not special person can be possessed. Ordinary people. 100% people experience a possession. And then regular person, the ordinary people, possessed by evil spirits twice or 3 times a day when their mindset becomes very shaken. Even if there is good reason to be shaken by others or circumstances, but they can possess because of same wavelength attraction.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why Master Oka said in the last movie, in the song, you should not get angry even in any circumstances. This is a spiritual point. Then you can get the Dharma power. Yes, the point is change your perspective. If you stick to only one perspective, maybe you can see even everyone can get angry in this situation like that. But for example, like this, fact is one, but perspective is 1,000, 10,000, something like that. For example, in that case, yes, someone accuse you, but normal people think that he is a very bad person. Without reason, I was accused by him like that. And then he's trying to deceive other people and also cheat others like that. And then as if I am very bad person, he tried to tell other people like that. But even in that case, if you have a different perspective, you can recognize he is the target to be saved. Because you know the spiritual truth. Then you can know why he becomes so bad person. then you can get a clue or hint in the inspiration. And then, if you become the transparent pipe of God, then pray for him. Because he's more miserable than you. Because he has to attack you, right? You know already the spiritual truth and how to manage your mind. You know that. But he doesn't know that. He's more miserable than you. That's why he's the target. He should be the target to be saved. And then God will ask you, okay, you are right, but how you can save him? You have the power to save him. Many ways to save him. Like that. This is a homework kind of. Get different perspective. God gives him as homework. So you can avoid spiritual possession. Keyword is only one. Different perspective. Then you become smarter and got more wisdom. That is spiritual growth through attacking the evil spirits. Okay, that's why Master says even the evil spirits of Satan can become a great teacher for you, guide you to the right way. Right? Makes sense, right? Then this is the most important. Become enlightened and to become arhat. Okay, please listen to the Master's lecture. This is the reason why we need self-reflection.
The third principle of happiness is self-reflection, which is closely related to the cultivation of right mind. We are essentially all children of God, with brilliantly shining souls. However, just as a diamond accumulates dirt if it is neglected, our souls inevitably collect dust and grime as we live in this world. Our life mission is to refine the soul. During the course of your life, mistakes sometimes occur. If you realize you've made a mistake, who can correct it, if not you? Although someone else could wash your body, only you can cleanse your soul. Self-reflection is based on personal power. It helps us to see what needs to be polished. Start by reflecting on your past thoughts and deeds. There's no point in gold plating rusty metal. If there is rust beneath, the shiny surface will soon peel away. The teaching of self-reflection is the path to the level of Arhat, the upper realm of the sixth dimension. Arhat is a preparatory stage for becoming an angel of light, a bodhisattva. Before entering this gateway to the level of bodhisattva, it is essential to follow the path of self-reflection. You must endeavor to remove the rust from your mind, allowing a spiritual aura or halo to emanate from you. Aim first for the level of Arhat, a level we all can reach in this lifetime. Although everyone has accumulated karma or rust on the soul from past incarnations, and although we are all going through different stages of spiritual development, everyone, without exception, can attain the level of Arhat. It is much more difficult to advance to the stages beyond this, but through spiritual refinement, you will certainly be able to develop a spiritual aura and become an Arhat. This is the true purpose of practicing self-reflection. If we produce 1,000 Arhats in every country, their work as politicians, teachers, and business leaders will exert a great influence on the people around them, and society will eventually change. One Arhat can influence 50 or even 100 people. So if there are 1,000 Arhats, about 100,000 people will gradually change. And those 100,000 will change another million, and so on. I believe this is the right way to spread the truth.
Yes, this is the very first lecture given by him, right? Even the very first lecture of 3,500 is very strong, right? This is the very first lecture. You are very lucky. You are very lucky because you can listen to the very first lecture. That is principle of happiness. Okay, so at the first lecture, he already declared that very simple fact. We are essentially all children of God with brilliantly shining souls. However, just as the diamond accumulates dust if it is neglected, our souls inevitably collect dust and grime as we live in this world. Our life mission is to define the soul. This is the first mission given by him. We believers, members, should define our souls. This is the first mission. So he said, should not neglect it. Okay, so only you can cleanse your soul. Others cannot help you. Yeah, maybe they can advise you, but they cannot. Then the teachings of self-reflection is the path to level of arhat, upper elm of sixth dimension. Okay, but this is the first stage. But actually, he ordered us to be bodhisattva more than arhat. This is a very first step. But without being arhat, we cannot go to bodhisattva. So that's why he emphasized that. And what is the state of mind of arhat? Okay. So it says everyone without exception can attain the level of arhat. In this book, The Laws of the Sun, clearly he explained about it. State of arhat. So the basic way to enlightenment is to first aim to reach the state of arhat, where your mind is undisturbed by worldly matters, is always pure and clear, is attuned to your guardian spirits, and it is where you can very clearly understand the feelings of others. Three conditions. Again, one is you need to purify your mindset, means always pure and clear, transparent from others' viewpoint. They can see what you have been thinking, but you have no shame. But because we cannot very pure, you cannot be very pure because we have many things which we should hide, right? That's why we cannot be very pure. That's why first you need to cleanse your mindset, and then if you can say, I have no such things that we have to hide from other people, then you can be arhat first. But if you have something you have to hide or should not tell to others, then you need resolve those things in a way. For example, Dale Carnegie and Napoleon Hill, those people say same thing. If you can, like talking about your failure or a very miserable situation, like with laughing,
Yeah.
then you can say, I am very transparent. Whatever you did in the past, and that is a very miserable state of mind, something like that.
Yeah.
And you can tell those stories with laughing,
Yeah.
with smile, and make them smile, make them laughing. Then that means you are very transparent. Like that. Okay, 3 points again. Pure mindset. And attune. Second one, attune to your guardian spirits. Yes, you can feel what guardian spirits think of. And the third point, understand the feelings of others. Those are very difficult 3 points, but worth trying. And if you remember those points, you can achieve the goal. Because those people who have goals, unless they give up, they will reach the goal. Okay, that's why please remember those 3 points. Through the self-reflection, you can attain those goals. 3 points you can get. Then I will show you another lecture that is talking about egoless. Yes, transparent pure. Sometimes people express as egoless. Then what is egoless? That is also one of us aspect of Arahat or Bodhisattvas. Please listen to his explanation.
Now, let me talk about the reason Shakyamuni Buddha taught egolessness. One of the reasons he emphasized egolessness was to teach that the cause of suffering lies mostly in attachment. An attachment is something which your mind constantly clings. At the root of attachment lies the ego or self, the thought of I or me. In other words, a self-centered, biased perspective based on what is convenient for you. Most suffering is caused by a self-centered perspective or selfish desires. One of the 8 pains experienced in life, the pain of not getting what you want, is most typical of this kind of suffering. The pain of not getting what you want is rooted in the ego. Because you have the thought, this is me. You have the thought, this is mine. If there is no thought, this is me, there would be no thought, this is mine. You may think, he is my lover, she is my wife, they are my children, they are my parents, this is my home, this is my land, this is my camera, this is my purse, this is my money, this is my checkbook, this is my business card, this is my desk, this is my chair, this is my tombstone, and so on. First, there's the thought of I or me, and this leads to the idea, this is mine. Your sense of possession gives rise to attachment. In order to abandon such attachment, you have to let go of the thought, this is mine. What is your true being? The creator of the universe, the primordial Buddha, wanted to bring humans into being as a manifestation of light. This is the origin of your true self, which you must not forget. When you remember the origin of your existence, you can become one with Buddha. The teaching of egolessness should be examined from 2 different angles. The idea of egolessness was not meant to imply that there is no such thing as the physical self. The essential nature of egolessness first requires that you become one with Buddha. Without being egoless, you cannot become one with Buddha. If you are too concerned about yourself, Buddha's light cannot come shining into you. The Buddhist approach to becoming one with Buddha is through self-reflection and meditation, while the Christian approach is through prayer to God. You can become one with the divine through praying wholeheartedly to God. Another way to become truly egoless is the path of altruism, or loving others. Live for the benefit of others. Feel others' pain and sorrow as if it were your own, and feel others' joy and happiness as your own. Live with a loving heart. This is also a way to achieve the state of egolessness. In short, there are 2 ways to become truly egoless. The first is to become one with Buddha, and the second is to become one with other people. This is the teaching of egolessness, which is a path for improving and nurturing your soul. Those who go to hell after they die all have some attachment to the ego or to their possessions. Some still wander on the earth as stray spirits, possessing those on earth, clinging to their spouse or children, or to their former home on earth. Some cling to the land they own, others to their tombstone. There are even those who cling to their desk at the office where they worked. When they were alive, they were called earth-bound spirits. The cause of their attachment is their ego. Unless they eliminate their ego, they cannot be free from attachments. Heaven is an altruistic world where all the inhabitants live for the benefit of others. This is the state of being egoless. They do not live to benefit themselves. Rather, they live to benefit others. Whether you can return to heaven or hell depends on whether or not you can eliminate your ego.
Yes. This is also very revolutionary idea. Normal people, how much you possess is the status, right? But as he said, if you want to go back to heaven, yes, how you can abandon, how much you can abandon will be requested. So that is egolessness. Then, cause of suffering lies mostly in attachment. Attachment means, yes, what sticks in your mind, but not only that. Attachment is idea sticks you to this world. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
For example, money, title, opposite sex, or something like that. Yeah. Those things belong to this world. Then God has given us those things, money, title, or opposite sex, or something like that. Yes, God created as means to live this world comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just means, not aim. Okay. So even if you don't, that very extremely says, but I will tell you, even if you don't possess those things, money, title, or fame, or love from other like opposite sex, like that. But as long as you focus on make people happier, you can complete your mission. As I told you, those things will chase you after you, like tail of cat. So don't worry about it. Then the cause of suffering lies mostly in attachment. Attachment comes from the idea this world is the other world. If I cannot get those things, like just means, money, title, fame, the love from others, then that is waste of time, something like that. Those ideas can create attachment that will lead you to hell. Not others, not circumstances. Attachment will lead you to hell. So, at the root of the attachment lies the ego. Ego is, this is me or this is mine, he said. Then, fundamentally, this idea is, I am a reaction of bodily senses. Like even the, like rejoice, anger, and sadness, or joy, and something like that. Those feelings, just a reaction of your bodily senses. That's why, if you think those are your character, that's big mistakes. Yes, deep into those things, like reaction of your bodily senses, there are divine sense. Then, if you think like this is me or that is mine, you are going to wrong way, because there are no such things. This is me in this worldly matters, or there is no such things. This is mine. No one can possess anything. So then, what should we do to remove egolessness? Of course, through the self-reflection. Yes, egolessness. It is important to realize that you should abandon the idea that you can only achieve happiness by receiving from others. Yes, there are people who think of that and they chase others love always. Please abandon through the Eightfold Path seminar. Okay, so this is very hard work for you. That's why we need sometimes the long-time self-reflection. Master says, at least once a year, you need to reflect yourself. Otherwise, your bodily senses have a big power to draw you and also attract you. And then, naturally, you are attracted by your physical power, physical instinct. That's why sometimes, to be transparent, come to Nikko Shoja, the one of Shoja in Japan, which can conduct Eightfold Path. So you can recognize your spirit and you are part of God. So then you can attain a certain level of enlightenment every year. So that's why abandon the idea that you can only achieve happiness by receiving from others. The revolutionary shifting in values. So that is the first point. Looking at the suffering in the world, it is clear that most of it springs from the pain caused by attitude of taking love. The more you try to take, the more thirsty you become, or hungry you become. This is a golden rule of the spirit world, your spirit. Reason why you are miserable, always attracted bad things because you try to take. Or you still have this idea clearly. Yes, if you are miserable, feels miserable many times, that means you have this idea. You can only achieve happiness by receiving from others, taking love. Be careful, because we have a bodily senses. Naturally, this idea coming up from your bottom of your heart as instinct. That rather than concentrating on what you want, okay, this is a very, very big point for you. Think about what you give to others. Then you will find that as soon as you try to doing this, your worries disappear. As Master says, this is clear fact. People who think of only yourself become miserable, unhappy. But people who can think of others always can be happy. This is a golden rule. As I showed you yesterday in the morning prayer, laws of prosperity. Reason why you cannot become very prosperity because you think of yourself only. If you want to become a rich, wealthy, you need to think of others. So naturally, like automatic door, the future will open up before you. That's what Master says. So very, very easy to say, but very difficult to be done. So please remember, only this sentence can make people happier, right? Mm-hmm. So you can advise like that. I heard this kind of quote from certain book, and then da. So maybe we need to change your mind. Okay. So I will show you the one testimony for this third point. Okay.
Hi, my name is Erica Nan. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I was born a Christian, and I always just thought that by accepting Jesus, that all my sins were washed clean and I would go to heaven. So I lived my life just thinking I could do no wrong, that I was a good person. I didn't steal, I didn't cheat, I didn't lie. I thought that I would go to heaven. And the things that I did do that were bad, and I did some bad things. because life is like that, a yo-yo, and you learn. But I just thought if I said, I'm sorry, God, that I'd be forgiven and I'd go to heaven. When I came to IRH, I realized that it isn't that simple, that there's a lot of knowledge to obtain, and that knowledge is very valuable. But you have to be very serious for it to come into you. You have to take every moment very seriously, that there's angels, your guardian and guiding spirits are waiting to communicate with you so they can help you. So you can give them knowledge of what you're going through and what you're learning to help everyone. And that every one of us is a little beacon of light, and the only way it can be spread is through working on yourself first. You have no power if you don't plug into that light. So, you know, when I think of the United States and how Japan can help the United States, I get a little scared because I know the United States is like one big ego. It's so big because I lived there. I was part of it. I am part of it, I know. But when I mention anything to anyone about religion, whether it's Christian, Muslim, Jehovah's Witness, or Mormon, instantly you can see the ego go up, that they're right, you're wrong. No matter what you say, it doesn't matter how much truth you speak. They're right, you're wrong. There's no combining the 2 or the 5 or the 10 together because of the ego. And I think with everyone, you know, it's such a big issue. But in the United States, with how famous people are and how they're on TV and everyone wants to know what the movie star thinks, it's so easy to get drawn to that big magnet of darkness that has no value from within. And when they talk about Master Okawa, that when he sees you or meets you, that he doesn't see your flesh, he sees your soul, you know? We don't know how to do that. We've never been taught how to do that. So the only way that we can draw any kind of strength is through Master Okawa's truth. And that it can complement every religion in the whole world. But the only way that they can even know about it is through each one of us working together and being strong together and loving each other and making each other strong. Because I know alone you can't do anything. I know that alone you can do nothing. And I like to think of us like little spiritual warriors, and we're getting prepared for a spiritual battle. But just like a military can't prepare their men to go into battle without learning how to fight. Without learning how to fight, we're lost. So now I realize my mindset of that this is a very big deal. And I want to blow my ego out of the water. And I want to affect the people around me the same way. I used to say something all the time, really believing it. And I've heard other people say it, which is when you mention religion or heaven, and people say, well, if you don't accept Jesus, you're going to hell, or if you don't do this religion, you're going to hell, because this is the right way. And I used to say with real conviction, well, I'm a good person, so if I go to hell and all the people in hell are like me, well, I'll go there because it'll be fun. Thinking that I wasn't really going to hell. When I think of that now, I go, oh my God, I'm so foolish. I mean, I said it, believing it. Like, oh, hell can't be that bad. There are people like me there. I know what hell is now. And it scares me to think about it because we're tricked by the illusions, by the television, by the music, by the pictures and magazines, and how easy it is to get drawn to it. I mean, since I was a young girl, I wanted to be famous. I wanted that kind of attention, which is just take, give me, tell me I'm beautiful, tell me I'm talented, tell me you love me. But never the other way around. Let me give you love. Let me do this for you. Let me tell you you're beautiful and mean it. Not to see the world as I want to give back to the world, because until I learn to do that I truly haven't loved Buddha, that I truly have not given him the kind of love by loving his children. Because I know that when you compliment someone's children, you can't honor a parent more than telling them, I love your kids. The same way with Buddha, with his little children. And in his eyes, we're so perfect, but we have to love each other to love him. And that love will grow to such a point that we will make him so happy. And I know that now. And I want to make him happy. I want to give Buddha back that love that he gave me. And I want to show him how strong my loyalty can be. And how strong my commitment can be. Because before, my only commitment was to myself. So I'm very happy. Thank you that everyone has helped me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes?
Is she a minister like you?
No. One of attendees of the Eightfold Path Center. Just a normal, ordinary believer. She's a member, of course. But very new at her. Like, and she became member just 1 year before joining the seminar.
Yeah.
Then she learned a lot through the seminar. 2 nights, 3 days seminar. And then she changed her mind to go fundamental. Because she used to be a Christian.
Yeah.
And believing that there is original sin. But she changed her mindset through the seminar. And also, she decided to be the greater.
In Japan.
That was held in Japan.
LA.
Yeah, and then she's in LA, of course. But she attended the seminar in
Japan.
Yeah, she was. Okay, so then lastly, as a conclusion, let's practice one meditation, small meditation, but 5 minutes or something. Okay, so what is your current issue? Think of that, and then what it implies you to do. You understand? What the current issue, your current issue implies you to do. Okay, please think of that. Then that is a big clue to practice Eightfold Path. Today, we haven't practiced Eightfold Path at all because this is introduction. But without this knowledge, maybe you cannot concentrate on the Eightfold Path. That's why I was saying. Okay, so and then think of that. What is the problem you need to think of? And then that will become homework when you attend the Eightfold Path seminar. And then if you find why the problem happens, what the problem implies you, then you can become greater person because you understand that what God expects you to be, you to do. Okay, so please relax yourself. And then loosen tense neck and shoulders. Thank you. Then put your hands on your lap, please, facing the customer. Okay, thank you. Make sure your back is stable. And that's okay. Smoothing it out, yes. That is good. But relax. Start deep breathing. Please close your eyes, children. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And then start deep breathing from your bed. The same as we did last time. Several times. Repeat it. Now start meditation. Please think. What is your current life issue? And what it implies you to do or to be? God expects you to do something. God expects you to be something. Please think. In this meditation, please make your homework clear, very clear. What is a life issue to be solved? Then in the Eightfold Path you can solve. just present meditation, contemplation. Thank you very much. Was it? Yes, this is a prerequisite. Okay. Sorry. Okay, quick review of today's lecture. The prerequisite or introduction of the Noble Eightfold Path. I didn't talk about the Noble Eightfold Path itself because it will take very long time, at least 3 days. But 3 days, I don't think it's enough. But at least, then because we cannot go to Japan this year. Every year, many members go to Japan and they reflect themselves. But this time, we have no time, no chance to go. That's why we plan to do so this weekend. And then, so through self-reflection, you can recognize that 3 points. Okay, through self-reflection, you can recognize 3 points. These are the benefits you can get through the Eightfold Path. 1, you can recognize you are spirit. The second, you can recognize you are part of God, part of Buddha, primordial Buddha, or fundamental God, creator, Lord Encounter. The third point, so everyone is connected to each other. You can recognize everyone is connected to each other. Actually, we are the same. We have the same root. Those 3 points you can recognize. Then you can activate your divine nature within. That is power of love. The same power as God has. You can be convinced that I have the same power as God has. You can create anything variable in this world. These are benefits you can get. Then, 3 points why we need a reflection we learned today. So, one is to cleanse your mind, to restore its inner brilliance. We are not sinners. We are not prisoners. We are children of God. You need to recognize this. That's why to recognize it, once you need to cleanse your mindset so that you can recognize I am a brilliant one, no sin at all. Second point. To protect yourself from spiritual possession. The normal people possessed by evil spirits twice or 3 times a day. Even the bodhisattva can be attacked by evil spirits sometimes. So we need to know how to polish a soul that reject any evil spirits. Then third point, why we need a reflection. Becoming enlightened, of course. As first step, Arahant. Do you remember the condition? The Arahant. One is pure mindset. And the second point, attune to your guardian spirits. And the third point, understand others. Because almost all problems come from relationship or misunderstanding, bad relationship or misunderstanding each other. So if you can understand others, there are no conflicts. You can overcome it. Okay, so those things benefits and the goals we will achieve. Remember, and also this is very important. To achieve these goals, you need a fundamental shift in values. Still, even if you are a member, knowledge level, you know, I am spirit, I am part of God, we are connected to each other, something like that. But in reality, sometimes we forget. And then maybe sometimes only when you come here, you remember. And when you practice meditation, you can remember. But actually, you forgot totally. In the working time or whenever you have relationship with others and talk with others. Actually, we need time. Then, fundamental shift. It is very difficult because fact is there are billions of people now, 7 billions, 8 billion people. Do you know how many becomes Arahat as a conclusion? The Lord of the Sun said, like 1,000 people can achieve that goal. Yes, temporarily you can become Arahat, very pure mindset, understand others, attune to the guardian spirits. But through the life, if you can keep, who can keep the state of mind as Arahat? 1,000 people can achieve that goal. And also, how many people become bodhisattva? How many bodhisattva lives in another world and this world? Totally, only 10,000. So that shows how difficult to achieve that goal. But if you imagine and if you decide, accept that goal as your life's goal, someday somehow you can achieve. That's why I think this is a great opportunity to join the Eightfold Path seminar. Even the 3 days, you can get clue or hint. I don't say within three days you can become bodhisattva. Okay. State of mind of Arahat. But you can get a clue or hint. And you can get great homework, which you can do in daily life. That is called precepts. That makes you free. So, if you join the Eightfold Path seminar, please keep that. Don't talk to each other. Okay. Never. That's destroy your vibration and atmosphere. Don't talk to each other. Even the lunchtime, dinner time, breakfast time, maybe you want to say something, but don't say that. I will put the time to talk to each other. That is Dharma talk. Maybe once a day. Maybe totally once or twice in the seminar. But other time, don't talk to each other. And also, the details I will tell you, and prepare food by yourself. But I can support if you left something in your house or forget to buy something, I will help you. That's why don't do that. And then whenever you have something, just give me memo, like you have question. Yeah, right now, and give it to me. Then, if you request like a counseling in the seminar, I can do it. Other than counseling, or Dharma talk, please don't talk to each other. Okay. Only you. Okay. World of you. Okay. Then focus on how I can achieve that goal. What is the point I need to correct? You can find many points. Every time, for example, my friend, he's also professional, and 30 years veteran. But every time he joined, once a year, the Eightfold Path seminar in Nikko Shoja, 2 days, 3 nights, something like that. Then, even if he's professional, like he said, 5 or 6 pages of A4 paper he filled with how to correct himself, the programs or homeworks from God, like that. You may find it. Then, lastly, the goal of Eightfold Path seminar, create precepts for you. So, normally you try to, maybe you have some precepts for you, but don't think that is like a restriction. Okay. Precepts makes you free. Without without precepts, you can be slave of your desire and emotion, right? You can recognize that. The people without precepts becomes slave of emotion or desire. If you look at those people around here at the Oxford Street, there are many people who don't realize that I am a slave of desire like that. So, and then, please remember, precepts can make you free, can make your divine nature free. Yes, divine nature keeps sleeping because like, that is disturbed by your desire and emotion. So, and remove it. And then, but you cannot kill your or remove your emotion desire. But you can be a good manager of your desire and emotion. Then desire becomes energy. And also emotion becomes like a beautiful sense. So, okay, this is the conclusion of today. Then I think from 15th, 5:15, we will start a discussion. All right? And please come back here by then.
But we finish at.
Yes, one finish.
So we finish at 6 then? We'll be done.
Yeah, that's done. And then done. And then from 5:15, we will start a discussion.
Yeah, okay, but we'll be finished by 6.
Yeah, by 6, yes, of course, yes.
Because I need to go.
Yes, okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.